Hello and welcome to Wingin It. And once again, we're back here with some more Major League Wingspan. We've played 7 games, winning 5, losing 2, so definitely a good start. And we have got another game here, and we're going first in this one. So let's jump in here and let's take a look and see what we've got to work with in our starting hand. Okay, not anything too amazing here. Not really strong brown power. Scale Quail might be something. Definitely better, I think, now on the Oceania boards where eggs are a little bit harder to get hold of. Nothing else really inspires me, so we'll take a look at the tray, and that's definitely better. That's definitely better. So, Bee Eater, a controversial bird, but one I do like, and that Shoveler might be the way that we get a bit of card draw going in this game because we have got zip in terms of brown powers for the wetlands. So. Yeah, definitely. Not what we like to see. Diet Specialist a little bit better on the bonus card, so that probably is something we go for. But yeah, in all honesty, this might be a 5-fooder. I think if are we going to go for the Bee Eater? That's kind of the big question. I don't have anything else really that I like here in terms of brown power, so I think it's a 5-food situation. We'll spend the net to get some cards. Hopefully the Bee Eater get us a bit of food, but otherwise I think we're just playing that Shoveler. Doing some digging, so yeah, unfortunately we'll lock that in. Don't often go 5 food, especially on Oceania games. So let's see how this one goes. And alright, here we go. On to our first turn. We'll see what the opponent's kept. A couple of birds here. And yeah, I was having a think here. Do we pick up both? I think I'm just going to pick up the Shoveler here, and we'll go with that. And immediately get punished with a Galar popping up. So that's not the bird you want to see. But if my opponent is going to play that, we will at least get, hopefully, some food coming our way, and we do need that. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on the situation there. I think that's going to be quite difficult to resist, but they have resisted and gone Quail. Ooh, okay. So they're getting strong in the forest, and they don't want the Galar, so well, I'm gonna trust that they're gonna leave it a second time and play this Shoveler. So yeah, we kind of have to get this down. We've got to get this going. Need to get the brown power in the wetlands. Start drawing cards. Now this is a bit of a tricky brown power because you are giving cards away to another player. You choose another player, but in this case, I only have one choice, so it is going to be, yeah, my opponents here. And if they're going strong in the forest and haven't got the wetland going, then we're going to have a bit of a predicament in terms of, yeah, giving away free food to someone who might not have card draw, but the food they're gathering smells like it's a wetland bird. So now what do we do? I mean, Bee Eater, Galar, and the grasslands. That could be quite tempting. I mean, Galar's always tempting in the forest. Less so in the grasses, but it could work here. And if they are going Quail, they're going to take lots of food, so I feel less bad about giving away some freebies. So I think we're going to pick both of these up, and we are going to gamble on this brown power. And it's fair to say that has paid off. I was racking my brains as to what I could potentially be hoping for here from the Shoveler. I think that's about as good as it could have gotten. Now, we did reveal some good stuff as well. So Drongo Bush Tip. Not ideal. Not ideal. But those will come up. But we'll see. I mean, is my opponent going to pick them up? They're not. Played Main Duck. All right, well, blocking Bush Tip. No questions asked. I mean, probably we're taking the Stronger as well. That feels necessary here. And yeah, I think we do that. I think we still use the Shoveler. We've got to see more cards. And that's not a bad one. Not a bad one. So, okay, well, this is maybe a case study in how games of Wingspan can turn in an instant. Because we've gone from 5-food start to having Raven, Bush Tit, Galar, and we're going to have a good time. So, yeah, I think that's fairly straightforward in terms of getting all of that down. It's just a question of ordering. It's a question of sequencing. Do we still go bee eater? Potentially, if we need it to get the rest of this setup going, but yeah, of course we do still have house rules in effect here. It should say in terms of ravens, at least on the Oceania boards. As much as I'd love to play this right now, I can't. But the thing is there's still good stuff in the tray here. So this Bly's Hornbill, I mean, when you got bushed it with those 5 egg spaces, it's so hard to resist, and I think I'm going to fail to resist, and we're going to pick it up here. But I do need to work this out. So we've got a nectar that we have to use this round, or we're going to lose it. So ideally I use that on playing something. The problem is then if I'm using all my food that I need for the raven, so that puts me in a bit of a predicament as well. I might just pick up this Planeswalker. I'm sort of planning out my grasslands if there is space for it, but again, such a good bird, so we'll go for that. And yeah, I think we keep using this shoveler. It's definitely a gamble. I think they're going to want to draw cards a lot here, and the main duck, every card is a point for them, but if I think about it in the long term, every card is 2 points for me with this bush tit. So worst case scenario, you know, we're kind of giving away a point, but we're getting 2. I mean, we might be giving them some good birds, but I think it's fair to say this Australian shovel has definitely helped us find some good birds as well. So long may that continue, depending on how much more digging we do in this game. And all right, on to our next turn. Did see, I didn't comment on it, there was Savvy's Warbler coming up, so they have gone and grabbed Savvy, which is kind of good or bad. Again, good for them. They'll build out a nice wetlands, but good for us if we get some free cards. So, all right, we need to think carefully about how we approach this situation, because ideally I'd be able to take food, play the Galar, lay eggs, and then I'd have Raven food for next round. Unfortunately, there's only 1 seed in the bird feeder, which doesn't allow that to happen. So what do we do? I could take food and play the bush tit. That might be an option. I could take food twice, because there's a small matter of this end of round goal to think about, which I don't want to get sidetracked by, but might be something to think about. But I've also got to think about which birds I want to be ditching here, and there's not many. I think, actually, to be honest, this Drongo can go. And I think the bluebird as well. But equally, I could just wait, maybe let them reset the feeder. It's kind of frustrating because I've got all the wrong food for any of these birds that I might want to play, which definitely makes things tricky. So let's take food. Let's take food. We'll get rid of this bluebird. Let's just take food and work out the details later. Because what I'm thinking is, if I do play the bush tit, I'll then have 4 food left, so I could take food again. But I don't know, it feels like a bit of a waste when I could just be laying eggs and playing the Raven, and then I use the Raven to be getting the food to play the Galar, and then things get set up a lot quicker that way. So that feels more logical. Yeah, see, they are taking food again here. They're taking nectar, so this is a bit of a tell as well. If they're taking nectar, that means they're going to want to spend it. So I think they might play another bird, and then there is a chance they could take food again and maybe end on 5. In which case we would want to take food. But I think we just play the bush tit. I think we just play the bush tit. And then we can see, because there might be a world actually where I just lay eggs here. There might be a world in which I take cards if something comes up. But this kind of gives me options. So yeah, let's get this bush tit down. In a way, I would have preferred to hold that off until they play Savvy, but I think again for them, it's kind of the same deal as with the shoveler for me. If they activate the Savvy, they get 2 cards, which is 2 points. They played it anyway, so no need to worry. And they still got a nectar, so that means they're going to spend it. which I think means I can lay eggs here then, because I'm going to end on 4. If they want to take food and then lose that nectar, that's kind of inefficient for them. So I think that's kind of okay by me. So let's lay eggs. Yeah, I think this drongo is not going to get used, because it looks like they're going wetlands here, and it looks like they're just going to use this main duck and not really go too hard in the forest. So one to keep an eye on. But if we can sneak this end around and then slap our raven down going into round 2, I think that's going to be key for us. And then yeah, it's just about building something stronger in this grasslands, and we've got some big point birds to go with that later in the game. And certainly this diet specialist, I think we're going to be all right. We have a plethora of options here for that one, so let's see what they do. I think it would be tempting here, if I'm in their shoes, it would be tempted to take food here and flip to the end of round. But I think the fact that they took nectar means they got a plan. They want to spend that nectar, and you cost yourself in not spending it and not being able to take nectar here. So that was the other thing on my mind, is that if I took food, it wouldn't be nectar. So it doesn't look like they did take food. They did spend. So that's good. That worked out well for us. Winning the end of round goal. What did they play? Force turn. So okay, they're going heavy on this wetlands here for sure. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one as to how that works for them. But again, we're in a strong position. A raven can easily go down. It's sort of tempting to draw cards here, to be honest, because Hooded Warbler and Belzerio are both quite nice options. Actually, yeah, let's just do that, because I do like both of these. Willy Wagtail's popped up. To be honest, could play that. Could play that here in this grasslands. We'll see. I mean, if they keep giving me cards, or I say keep, they haven't actually given me any. If they choose to start giving me cards with this Savvy, then maybe I don't need the Willy Wagtail. Okay, they're going food again here. I suppose this is the thing, is that the quail is the only egg source, so if you want eggs, you kind of got to be taking food at the same time. So that makes sense. And yeah, they have got lots and lots of food. But okay, it's time to reveal our hand and reveal our common raven. So we're going to get that down. And oh look, it's a beak that points left. So we're sort of go for the centre round, but I really don't think we are. Maybe if we get Willy Wagtail down, we will. But it's got to be the Galar. That's got to go down quickly. If we can, then yeah. Otherwise, get some other big point birds down, because that is going to be nice. So, wow, okay, really going heavy on this wetlands. Black Tern has gone down. So surely going to be drawing some cards soon. We are going to be laying some eggs, and we're, of course, going to be grabbing the nectar, because that's just where this raven is going to really shine for us. I mean, raven is ordinarily really good anyway, even on the base boards, even before nectar, you get the exact food you want. But now we're just going to be dominating the nectar here. My opponent less so if they're going heavy on the wetlands. So that is going to be good for us. So I think, I've been thinking about this, I think we're going to go for the Willy Wagtail here. I think maybe a bit of card cycle, maybe helping out in this grasslands. And it does point left, and it has lots of egg space, so we can do that and save the extra nectar here, which we're going to use to play the Galar on our next turn. So let's see how this works out. I'm not sure I've had too much experience playing Willy Wagtail in the grasses. It's normally a forest play, and it normally goes badly because it tends to reset this tray and reveal good stuff that your opponent wants to grab. So got to watch out for that. But food again, okay. I feel like they're lining up another wetlands play. They've not drawn cards at all since the Savvy's gone down, so keep an eye on that. But we are going to grab this yellow rump warbler because we can tuck it, and that's important for us. That's going to be important if there are birds that we can grab. I think we need to just take them because it's 2 points each time on the bush tip. There's plenty of birds in this hand that I want to be keeping hold of if I can. So that is going to be key. And okay, Valkyrie Swallow. So, right, how many points is this engine now? So they're getting a tuck here, and they're getting 3 tucks here. So 4 points and a food. How many cards are they drawing? So it's draw 4 here. You get 2 from the Savvy. And then these are both draw 1, discard 1. So yeah, they are generating lots of cards. They will be giving some to me though, which helps a lot. But okay, I think we do Galar here. There is a chance they could play something else for this end of round, at which point it might tempt me into playing Planeswanderer early. But I think I've got to get this Galar down, because this is not only an extra grass and bird and therefore getting an extra egg in this grass, but it's 2 points. It's guaranteed 2 points every single time. Even if the bird feeder doesn't re-roll a seed, you still get the 2 tucks. So got to use that to our benefit here. And yeah, this is a monster grasslands already basically complete at the end of round 2, which is definitely a nice position to be in. So right, now they go drawing cards. Hopefully, please reveal some nice cup nests for me to snag with this Willy Wagtail. I mean, these 2 would have been prime examples. Unfortunately, already grabbed those. But it's nice to have them in the hand for later on in this game. So let's see. But yeah, they've certainly got a lot of food in hand. The main duck will help with that. This Galar will help, but it's just going to be lots of seeds. So they're going to have lots and lots of seeds as this game goes on. And as I said with this Raven, we're going to be getting lots and lots of nectar. And that's going to be what we want, but this turn, we're not going to be able to get nectar, because last turn of the round, we would lose that otherwise. So yeah, they're not going to be short cards. I'm going to be interested to see with the Savvy's Warbler. I think honestly, I'd be skipping it here, because I think it's too dangerous to be giving cards away to me, but they are not skipping it, and they're giving me Stubble Quail, which would have been amazing for them with all that extra food and no eggs. But I will happily take custody of all that. But alright, let's go lay some eggs, use this Galar, get our 2 tucks. And yeah, this is going to work most of the time for them. This is going to give them food, but I'm not too worried. I think that the 2 points are more valuable for me. So let's reset. Nope, not working, but luckily we've been given Stubble Quail. So we're going to grab Planeswanderer food now. There might be a case to be made that actually I'd want to spend nectar, and we'll see. We'll see what the situation is going into next round. But if I want to play it, I can, and that's the main thing. So do win the end of round goal. Very, very nice. Come here into round number 3, and we've got a purple Martin which has come up, and that might tempt me. That might tempt me more than the Planeswanderer here, because I'm going to lay eggs a lot. That's going to get a lot of points. Planeswanderer, it's 2 points more. Potentially a nice bonus card. But I like this purple Martin, so we'll pick that up. Might pick up this still actually as well if we want extra cards. Could be handy. And yeah, my opponent, no shortage of cards, so let's give them a freebie and not worry too much about that. So yeah, I think now the rest of this game is pretty much on rails. I think we play Purple Martin and we kind of just lay eggs for as long as we want. We have Hornbill, Rufus Owl, hopefully a nice Wetland Bird come along, so we could spend some nectar there. But yeah, otherwise, Bells are here for another bonus card. If we want to play it safe, we've got Hooded Warbler, but yeah, no shortage of options here. And this Purple Martin with the card cycle will help, and maybe Subby will continue to help as well. So they're taking food. We're going to play our Purple Martin. So this is good to get down. And yeah, this strong grassland. So it's a heavy egg generating grasslands, and we haven't got lots of egg space, but that is precisely where Blythe's Hornbill comes in. So when we play that, we can clear out all of these bush to eggs, turn those into 10 tuck cards here, which is super, super powerful. And a really, really nice point scoring option, but clearing out those egg spaces just lets me continue laying the eggs. So double play in the grasslands, bonus card bird, very nice. We are going to go and lay some eggs. So yeah, we'll do the card cycle. Crossbill don't think is going to get used for us. Tucks, Galar. This is going to get so many points, this Galar, through the rest of this game, so that's really, really good for us. See what Wagtail can get. It's not going to work, but that's kind of what we signed up to, I think, when we played that. So, yeah, it's not going to work all the time, unfortunately, but I think as long as it can reveal some cup nests, and each one it does, we can think about that as being worth the 2 points on this bush tip, because I do want to be able to use this as much as possible. But yeah, if I can make sure I'm always keeping a card in hand for cycling on the Martin. At the moment, that's the Plains Wanderers, so I can't play that. That is going to be the key. But yeah, lay 4 eggs. We get a tuck here, 2 tucks here, a tuck and an egg here. And so even discarding the egg on the Raven, 8 points every single turn in this grasses is pretty crazy. We still got lots of turns left to use that and rack up the points. So need to think a little bit on this end around in terms of how we're going to manage that. They obviously have got lots of food. And maybe you're going to want to place some birds for that. But I suppose if we laid eggs once more, yeah, we'd probably just be... I don't think we have to play 2 birds here. So we'll see. Maybe we can. Maybe the Martin will do us a favour. But alright, let's cycle with the Plains Wanderer. More grass and birds that we can't play. But again, more tucking fodder, I think, here. For either the Martin or the bush tit. But it depends what Willy Wagtail can get for us. Okay, well that Trumpeter Swan is something I would like to grab. So let's think about how we can manage to do that now. What do we want to do in terms of food? I think we take a nectar, and I'm sort of anticipating that this goes down next round. I think I play the Rufus Owl this round. Although, if I'm going to play the Rufus Owl, I may as well just play the Hooded Warbler. Because I think with Diet Specialist, I suppose it depends if I can snag the Swan or not. That would make the difference here. Let's do a Nectar. Yeah, I could do... I think we just do that. I don't want to go overthinking this here. If I can avoid it, but yeah, I think this end around is going to be beyond us. I think they can easily play with all this food they've got birds to hit that. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. We're definitely going to tie that last one, and we won the first 2. So we've done our bit there. Yeah, hopefully can deliver on these nectar goals. That is going to be key. But just need more birds of the wetlands. Certainly Trumpeter Swan high up the list, and this is where having this purple Martin is hopefully going to come in handy, because it just save us those turns where otherwise we'd have to go and draw cards to pick up something nice, which now we can do it while laying eggs. So, oh, okay, Kia's going down. That'll be where all the food's getting spent. Very interesting. I was not looking at how much food they've got, but I'm sure. I suppose actually we could see how many bonus cards are in the discard pile. 8. Okay, they spent a lot of food there. Probably found something nice, so good for them. But I think we have to snag. This Trumpeter Swan while we can. So let's lay eggs. Snag it. So okay, we're going to spend on our last turn here. I think we're going to spend the food on the owl. I suppose actually I could spend it on the Swan. But I definitely don't want to take nectar, so I think let's take... I'm going to need to spend 1 nectar in the forest. I'm going to want to spend 2, to be honest, so... We'll assume that berries go on here, and that if I'm going to spend nectar, it's going to be on a Hooded Warbler, so... yeah, I think Common Moorhen can go, if I'm honest. And yeah... Let's do the Swan. Let's do the Swan now. But do we want to do... I don't know. I'm really not planning this out, I'm going to be honest. I'm planning this so poorly. But if we do... We've got 6 turns left. Let's think about it this way. We've got 6 turns left. With the current food, we could do Hornbill and Owl. So we then have 4 turns left. If we laid eggs twice more, we get 4 more nectar, and we could use that on the Vireo and the Swan. I think that makes the most sense. I think that makes the most sense. So let's try and do that. I wanna try and make sure I'm winning the nectar in the forest, because I think wetlands is just going to be about qualifying. Because I don't think I'm going to match the 5 spent there. As long as I can make sure I'm beating the 1 that's spent in the forest, I think that's going to be the key for me. So free card coming through. Is that going to change things? No. So that's fine. Let's just go ahead and get this Rufus Owl into the game. So yeah, big point birds, 7 points. And this is the thing, if we're scoring 7 points when we're laying eggs, and we're scoring 7 points when we're playing birds, 7 points every single turn for the rest of the game, yeah, that's just going to contribute to a huge score here, so definitely welcome. And yeah, we'll do eggs again next turn. We'll think about getting this hornbill down sooner rather than later, because the egg space is getting to be a problem, but nice to have that in reserve ready and waiting to go here. So yeah, opponent I'm sure will continue to draw cards, get those tucks, get those points, and we'll see what they got planned. What have they got up their sleeve? That Kia was definitely a nice play, so who knows, they could definitely get some more big plays out and score a lot of points. Make us think twice about how this endgame is going to go, but yeah, with some free cards coming through, that definitely relieves a bit of pressure on Willy Wagtail to deliver, because right now, or so far in this game, it definitely hasn't. So here we go into the end game, and Go and Chaffinch might be an interesting option. Likewise, the Malafal, they've got lots of these ground nests down, so that could definitely be a tempter, especially with these seeds. They've got nothing but seeds, so yeah, that will help out in terms of a bird to play. But yeah, I say this time and time again, it's so nice coming into the end game, having options, having birds to play, having too many options almost. It's so easy sometimes to come into these end game situations and not have options, not have birds to play, and be digging and trying to find something. So yeah, to not have that struggle is a nice position to be in. But let's go and lay eggs. Continue to get these tucks through the Martin and the Galar. And yeah, I think we're now in a position where we can just gamble on the Wagtail. So we've got enough cards to be doing what we want. Certainly with regards to the bush tit, so don't need to worry at all there. And I think I'm going to take the gamble. I think I've got enough birds down here where I think I could justify. I think I could justify a Vireo gamble here over playing it safe with the Hooded Warbler, because I could play it safe. I could say I'm happy with the 7 points, the 3 points more than the Vireo gets me, but I want to gamble. And oh, okay, Sister Cola going into European Roller. Wasn't expecting that, but that smells like a Prairie Manager. So fair enough there. And yeah, let's do this Vireo. So we'll get it down, see what it's going to be. Bird counter. It's very nice, especially with Hornbill. So that's why I'm happy to take the gamble there on the bonus card. So yeah, no brainer. We're going to get a big score on the bonus card. So still 3 more points to come on this Dart Specialist, 2 more to come on this bird counter. I don't doubt that my opponent's got some good bonus cards over here. Here definitely would have helped, but yeah, it's nice to know that at least on my side of the fence, things are looking good there as well. So I think now is the time to play this Hornbill. So yeah, they're not really going to challenge for the nectar in the forest, so don't have to worry there. Let's get it down. Let's discard all these eggs and let's take our 10 tucks on the Hornbill. So that was a super big point play. Yeah, let's think about this. We've got 17 for playing it. We've got 3 from this bonus card, another 2 here. So 25, but it did cost 6 eggs. But still, 19-point play? That sounds almost too good to be true. But I think it might be. So yeah, really, really solid, solid play on the hornball. Securing the forest points. And we're going to secure some wetlands nectar in a jiffy by getting this Trumped one down, assuming that nothing. I mean, I was going to say if Puffin comes up. If Puffin does come up, it's too late because we can't afford it. But maybe a nice bonus card play is going to come up. With this reset, well, it is, but not the right one. So we're not going to do much there. Unfortunately. But yeah, as I say, we still got this Trumped Swan to go down, so that's really, really nice. And yeah, did see their opponent did grab some food, so they might fill the board. Might fill the board if they've got a nice forest double play with these last 2 cards. I think you always like to see a filled board, so I'm rooting for them in that sense, because it'd be good to see. So we'll watch out for that. What have they done? Hey, do you know what? Yeah, I respect that. Downy Woodpecker into Perk Crossbill. What a sight to behold. So very, very nice, and likewise for us. Very, very nice to be able to get this Trumped Swan down for another big point play in this endgame here. So yeah, tie on the end of round goal, as tends to happen with that one. And won 2 of the 3 nectar, so again, would have liked to make it a full house there. Couldn't quite find the wetland birds to justify playing there, so we'll take that on the chin. And hope that it doesn't affect things too much as we come here into the final score. So yeah, we know we've got a big score. We've got to watch out for our opponent's tucks, and their bonus cards I suspect will be good, but we got a lot of birds down, so a little bit of a lead there. What is the damage on the bonus cards for my opponent? 24, pretty solid. End of round goals. We had a slight edge there, but eggs were pretty dominant, I think, for us. And yeah, tucks will be strong on both sides. I'm hoping with the Galar and the Martin and the Bush tit, yeah, we definitely had lots, 36 in total. So it is a formality there with the nectar, and a big score, 142 is the final score, up against 107. So definitely not a bad score for my opponent. Let's take a look at their bonus cards. There was Pro Manager, there was Mechanical Engineer. There's an 8-point ecologist, so 8s across the board. Really nicely done for them. Really well played on the bonus cards. Super, super nice. And as I said, full board, gotta respect that, gotta admire it. Always good to see, but just such a strong grasslands for me, I think. Yeah, definitely didn't know how this game was going to go. 5 food at the start. Don't often see that, and then it all just came together with those very nice, very fortunate early card draws. And yeah, it just all came together in this grasslands. Nice bonus plays as well. Hornbill. What can I say? Big points. Very, very nice to be able to get that down, and very, very nice to get the win here in Major League Wingspan. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed watching that one. I definitely enjoyed playing it. If you want to see more games from this tournament, do me a favour, hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified when more videos come. There'll be plenty more in this regular season for Major League Wingspan, and I hope to see you on one of those very, very soon.